At heart, he is a very gentle, open, generous, artistic spirit.
We believe in the person he's playing. We are touched by the energy attendant to all of that.
It always becomes a study of humanity and Western civilization and quarks and sexuality and everything.
Bain Boehlke, the consummate actor, director, set designer, producer, and creative spirit, has been a constant and catalytic leader in the Twin Cities theater scene for more than half a century. Bain's connection to the theater developed early, growing up in War Road, Minnesota. As a teen, he and his classmates took over an old abandoned barn, producing 2 seasons of summer theater in this northern Minnesota town. After a stint at the University of Minnesota, where he studied theater and acted in the school's Showboat Players Troupe, Bain joined the Army. Stationed in Berlin, he continued to act and entertain his fellow soldiers with plays and staged readings. After leaving the Army, Bain returned to the University of Minnesota's Showboat Theater, delighting audiences in many memorable roles. During that time, Bain formed the Theater on the Road Touring Company, a troupe of performers who traveled throughout the Midwest performing contemporary and classic works.
Well, of course, it was a time of incredible social upheaval, and everything seemed possible. Bain just created some characters that have lived in many memories. Bain's work in them was just like nothing I'd ever seen before, and it really pushed the boundaries. It was transformational.
And his energy, which is a real aspect of acting, that flows between actors and the audience. And somehow he knew how to harness that in a way that was magnetic and captured people.
In 1965, Bain joined the Children's Theater Company, where he served as its associate artistic director and leading actor for 13 years. His dedication to creation of meaningful theater for children and adults was clear to those working alongside him.
In those days, we did everything. We acted in all the plays, of course, and were the resident adult actors, although there were other adults in the company. And then by 1968, when we realized that the young people who were playing age-appropriate roles really needed training, we were teachers as well.
Bain's greatest contribution to the Twin Cities theater scene came in 1990, when inspiration for a groundbreaking new theater came to him while sitting on a beach in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. In 1991, Bain opened the Jungle Theater, an intimate 99-seat theater nestled in a gritty neighborhood in South Minneapolis.
At the Jungle Theater, he's conceived a space that from the moment you walk through the door into the lobby, there's a certain ambiance, a certain notion of an all-embracing aesthetic that informs your experience at the concession booth as much as it does sitting in the center row watching the show on stage.
When Bain started the Jungle Theater, he was thinking about doing well-made 20th century plays. And some of them you might think would be an old creaker, but not in Bain's hands, because Bain will find the immediacy and the truth in the play. He turned around an entire neighborhood by his belief in thinking that he could put a theater down there and that he would work hard and people would come to it, and now suddenly it's a renaissance for an entire community.
Bain has humbly demonstrated that you can make theater with no money in a storefront through devotion, spirit, ensemble of people that you invite even though you can't pay them very much. And that, when it exists, is felt by the theater community.
Bain is an artist and lives the artful life. Everything that comes from him comes from a place of incredible creativity. So he is a wonderful actor. He's a great pianist. He's an amazing director. He has a vision for a theater. That's who he is.
The bottom line is a believable living energy.
A relentlessly high bar for the craft of theater production.
And he's really groovy.